Okay.
All right.
So, how old are you?
I'm 23.
23?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And which is your ethnic group?
I'm from Edo State. Oh, sorry. Stop. Yeah, I moved this.
Yeah, so, uh, are you.
I'm from Edo State. I'm Christian.
No, yeah, I mean, are you Hausa,
No, I
Igbo?
am. No, I'm not Hausa. I'm not. There are so many ethnic groups in Nigeria, but I'm not Hausa. I'm not Igbo. I'm the Benin's.
Okay, thank you. And you're so. Okay. And why did you decide to leave Nigeria?
Okay, I felt threatened because normally I am from my village. I'm from kind of a royal family or something. So I got threatened because my mother told me that if I don't leave, I was there. I was in school then. That if I don't leave, I'm going to be used as sacrifice or somehow, like buried alive. Because the king of my village happened to be a very influential man, and he calm down.
Okay.
Actually, like they were going to sacrifice your life.
They said whenever a king dies in my village, he get buried with two hairs along, and it's just a tradition. Not merely tradition, but it's something that has been happening, but it's not really revealed. Like many people do not know about it. But in my own case, I was mostly favored by the king. Like I get whatever I like. In Nigeria, I was like living fine. So a time came when he got ill. He was very very sick. Now I and my cousin were two in the family. We were the last boys in the family. We were in school then. So they called us home. When we got home, they told us, my mother told them that we should leave. That if we stay, immediately the king dies, we're going to be buried along with the king. Initially, I thought the thing was a joke. I did ask my people to prevent it from happening because I only wanted to go to school. I wanted to finish my education, but they never allowed me. My uncle, my mother, they were all against it. It came a certain day, I was like I think it was 2 months after I left school, we went traveling along with my uncle. First, we went to Lagos. I didn't know. I thought it was like on a vocational visit, but I didn't know he was. I didn't know what he was actually doing. But we went along. I thought everything was friendly. We were cool. So when we got to Lagos, after we spent 3 days, then he moved to another part of Nigeria, which is Kano. When he got there, we met an Alhaji man. I didn't know what he was doing. I thought he was just kind of visit. They were speaking in Hausa. I do not speak Hausa. I didn't know what they were saying, so they took us to a place. We spent the night there. The phone woke up in the morning. My uncle was not there. He left. We left with this Hausa man. So he took me and my cousin into a bus, and we left. He was still discussing, telling us where we're going is going to be fun. We're going to have fun. We're going to see so many things. So we thought he was a family friend, not knowing that he has been paid to take us out of Nigeria. So before I knew what was happening, my network they provide in Nigeria sent a message that I've already crossed Nigeria, that I was not in Niger. That was when I discovered that I was not in Nigeria. So we tried to answer this small question, but they won't answer. Now, one thing about Hausa men in Nigeria is they are very, very vicious. Like, they are not people you should play with. When they say yes, is their yes. When they say no, is their no. Like, they can easily harm you when they get angry. So when I knew I was longer in Nigeria, that I was not in the territory that is not mine, so I kind of started being careful. So I'll stick to whatever he was trying to tell me. I didn't argue with him, me and my cousin, because my cousin can find that he's very, very fearful or something. So we stick to him. He took us out of Nigeria to a place called Zidane in Nigeria. So I saw the signboard, "Welcome to Zidane." That's when I knew I was kind of a Zidane in Nigeria, some kind of Zidane in Nigeria or something. So when we got there, we left in the uncompleted building. Then I saw some other people, like some other Nigerians there. So I tried asking them. They told us that I should not even ask anybody questions because if you're caught making noise, you can get harm or something. And people there, they were holding knives, daggers, some shotguns or something. So I was really afraid. Then after 2 days in that place, they packed us with a kind of a van, and they drove us. They drove us out. Drove us out. Like after 7 to 8 hours journey, we found ourselves in Agadez, in Niger. We stayed there for like 3 days. Then one certain morning, they packed all of us, me and my cousin together. We were just following instructions because we were afraid. parked in the state bus garden, and we left. So after like 5 hours, everywhere became very, very white. That was when I realized that I was now in the middle of the Sahara Desert. Like it was something I never prepared for, something I didn't even want to imagine, something like I never wished it could happen. But it was just like it started happening. So I went along with them. After 7 days on the heart of middle of nowhere actually, we got to Libya. 2 days in Libya, I got arrested because they were trying to tell us that we got to the country illegally. So I and my cousin got arrested. He stayed in prison for like 6 months. After 6 months, on one certain day, they asked us to go out and work. Like they manually pick us to work. We work everywhere, clean the compound, do some farm work or something, like building stuff. Though I wasn't used to that kind of life, but I had to adapt. So on that morning, I went out with my cousin. Did
they pay you for this job?
Come on, we are slaves. You don't pay slaves. We were kind of slaves to them. So they do whatever they will with us. So with my cousin, so we went out. On that morning, we were kind of tired of the suffering. So most of us decided to like do it either we stay there dying, or we leave or try dying. Like if we stay there, we might die, and if we leave, we might actually die. So we decided to like take the hard risk. So 10 other guys ran. Some got killed. They were shootings, spreading bullets. Actually got it, but I'm sure 6 of us escaped. 6 of us. So we went in different directions, and I met a Libyan man. For the first time, I actually saw a Libyan man that like he thinks like the man is good, and he speaks English as well. So when he asked me, he tried to speak Arabic to me. I don't speak Arabic. When he was trying to like speak Arabic to me, I couldn't respond. Then he switched to English. I answered. He took me to a farm or something. When I got there, I saw many cattle, like cows or things. So he said I should be taking care of the cows for him. Yeah, I mean, I've got no choice because I was very, very hungry. I'm not like eating for like eating for like days. So I was seriously like, I got no choice. I have to like, go with whatever he's saying. So I stayed there for like I was really working to take care of the animals. Sometimes he gives me bread, and I was okay. Stay then about 1 month like I literally lost count of the days I spent there because I wasn't really thinking straight. But my memory was actually gone. I was kind of frustrated. He took me. He called a man. He brought me, and the man brought me. He looked at me. He was trying to ask me questions. I couldn't answer because I was trying to speak Arabic. Then later he gave me some clothes to wear, put me in his car. Then we drove off at the middle of the night. Then when it was done, I started hearing some strange sounds. I stayed where they asked me to stay. After about an hour, he came. He gave me food. I ate. Then he asked me to stay. And then I stayed back. I was alone in the bush. Nobody. I was just there. It took like a long time, maybe like hours, before he came and he brought us some poor people, and we were like 100. They packed us in the boat, and that's what I got here.
And did you pay?
No. Throughout, the only money I had with me was just 10,000 naira, about 20 euro. When I left Nigeria, that was the only money I had with me. Even in prison, the money was still with me. They didn't touch me. They didn't touch it. They was still with me. Or when I knew that I was now between life and death, which is the Mediterranean Sea, I threw the money away because I thought it wasn't needed. I never imagined that I could survive because when I saw the sea, my spirit almost jumped out of me because the Mediterranean Sea is something you don't play with. Like when I saw it, it was like hell, very close to death. Yeah, the thing is big, is wide, this fish is kind of hungry. So I thought I wanted to survive. So, but God's willing, I got in there. After like 10 hours drive, we got rescued. I survived. So, though my cousin till today was never found. I don't know what happened to him, but he was never found. From this moment, no phone calls from him. I don't know. In fact, I'm sure if he was here, he would have called. His Facebook page is no longer existing because It's not connecting. Like he has not been there for years. He never called home. They never saw him. I'm just the only person they can hear of. Now the problem now is this. I was like thinking that I want to go back to my country, but my mother said, according to her, that if I go back, immediately I am seen, I'm going to be buried alive straight. That it has been written that whenever now I'm declared missing in my own country. That and the funny thing is that I live in this very small village, but the king there is very wealthy. He's popular. Now I like spoke about taking him out to court, and they said in Nigeria is a country that is very very corrupt. That you can never have a word with the rich and when it is not possible. That justice can be bought periodically. It's normal. Like they buy it there. So I felt like my mother came to my mother like even if we take him to court, we're gonna lose definitely. Because the people we're in are they've got all the backup they need, they are high and mighty, so we can never defeat any of them. So I've got no choice, I'd stay back here. But if I had stayed, I'm not sure by now would have been a graduate by now, I would have gone far, but I've got no choice to stay. So that's how I got here.
Thank you for telling us. How long have you been in Italy now?
About 2 years and a month.
I'm sorry. So, what do you think has happened to your cousin?
When somebody has missed for a very long time, especially in the country, we're in in a country called Libya, where having a black skin is a sin, definitely I did not think he's alive. I did not, I can bet he's gone. And for the fact that he hasn't called, and based on the killings that happens there. Like, it's funny when a Libyan man buys a gun and he wants to check the authenticity of that gun. He goes to a black man, shoot his leg and tell him, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was going to be painful. It's just like that. So, killing black people in Libya is something that I see as fun. They say it's not as normal, they are legs normal. When you go to the Libya market, they sell gun. Like, they sell gun as if it's some, like the way they sell tomatoes. The shit guns everywhere, so it's just like, definitely, I don't think he's alive. Nah. Because if he was alive, even in Libya, you can contact people, you can send us a message, chat or something, but right now there's nothing like that. From the moment I left him, that was the last time I heard anything about him. That was something that's one time like no calls, nothing. So I believe he's no more in existence. I believe he's dead.
So you were happy in Nigeria
Yeah.
before all the things started happening?
I tried the best schools in Nigeria, like I was living fine. Yeah. It was. But it's painful that I cannot never go back. Never ever. I just have to I believe it's my fate. I have to accept it. I can't fight it because it seems fighting a lost battle, but I just have to accept it. There's nothing I can do about it. Absolutely nothing.
And how do you feel about being here now?
I mean,
How do you feel?
I mean, I live in I have a place to sleep, and I have free food certainly. I get paid periodically, so I'm okay. I'm happy. Certainly, yeah. I mean, I don't sleep on the street. I got home to sleep. I don't go hungry because I have food to eat, and I have clothes to wear. So definitely fine.
But if Nigeria was a safe place, and if you could go back to Nigeria, would you?
Maybe if there wasn't a king like that.
Yeah, I mean,
If
it was safe, if you could go home back.
I wouldn't have been here in the first place. If it was safe, I wouldn't have been here in the first place. I'm sure of that. In the place, I wouldn't have been here in the first place. There would be no imagination. Like I can. Do you know the funny? I never imagined that you could. Usually, literally, trek from Nigeria to Europe. I never thought something like existed. Like from Nigeria, from Africa to Europe, on buses, Mediterranean Sea, the desert. I never imagined something such existed.
Yeah,
So if
I have no idea. I can't.
I never
imagine.
imagined something I thought it's crazy. Like I mean, if I were paid to take out this, I will not dare because it's suicide mission. If you survive, you are blessed. Me, you can die easily. Like me, I almost gave up. I almost died because of a death of water. I was totally dried up. I was just blessed to survive. Yeah. So if there was no king, if there was nobody to trouble me, definitely I would have been at home right now. I would still be in Nigeria.
I like so much you because you tell your story, it's terrible, and you smile.
There is one thing about life that when you smile, according to where I come from, you don't get it easily. You know, if I like cry from my face, it's gonna change absolutely nothing. So I believe when I smile, it makes me forget the past. So when I keep on living in that aspect of the past, I get depression, and it's never gonna hurt me. I'm not gonna be living in that bondage of the past, and then I face the present or the future. So I'm kind of trying to, or rather, I have tried and I've kind of succeeded in taking the past behind me and kind of trying to move forward. So I am not really thinking about it. The only thing that is really bad about it is that my cousin is in here that I don't know, I believe he's lost his life, but that's the only sometimes when I look at his pictures, like think of him, like sometimes I cry sometimes, but it does last. I bounce past it.
I think you would be a nice psychologist. I mean, people talk to you and they smile. I smiled for all the interview, but there was nothing to smile. You are, I don't know.
I think maybe smiling is part of me.
Yeah.
Like that from when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I normally smile, so maybe just part of me. Like I don't like get things. I don't get worked up easily. I try like maybe to go beyond whatever deep situation I find myself in. I try to like jump above it. So I believe if you stay there, you're gonna remain there. So there's some situations you cannot change. Even if I like sit down, cry all day, like think, oh God, what is happening to me? I'm just gonna end up asking stupid questions that never get an answer. So I think it's better I smile. Just get it out of my mind. Yeah.
Every Italian guy should listen to your words.
Well, I don't know about that, but like I say, thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright.
So, what are you doing now? Are you working?
I would love to be working actually, but there's none. I've tried submitted curriculums a couple of times, but never got response.
Do you feel bored?
Certainly, man. I mean, I'm 23 now. I'm growing up, so rather I've grown. So staying at home, sleeping, eating is not really something that it's not a policy of a man. So I believe when you are a man, the capability of a man is when you wake up every morning and go somewhere. That what makes you a man. So when you sit at home, lazing about, like eat, sleep, nah, that isn't a man. Sometimes trying to make the best out of my life. If I get a job, I'm gonna be very happy. Yeah, seriously.
Again, last thing. What do you want to say to people that want to leave Nigeria?
When they tell you in Nigeria, when they tell you, yeah, I'm in Europe, they feel like you are in heaven. But Europe is not bad, but the process to get to this place is hell. I would not advise anybody to come. But if they can fly from Nigeria to this place, it's perfect. I'm actually for it. But if it's from that where I come from that desert, no. Because there are so many stages to get to survival. First, when you are in Niger, where I passed in this like a pure desert. I never knew such place existed on this planet. Now, when you go past Niger, you go to Sahara Desert. That place is like in the middle of no fucking way. Like you don't know where you're going. You're just going. Like the water we drank in the middle of Sahara Desert had worms. We had maggots inside. We had no choice. If you don't drink, you're gonna die because you're gonna die of taste. I mean, no. And now, when you must have survived that desert, you get to Libya. And Libya is tradition. Having a black skin is a sin. Like, you can get killed anytime for no reason. Now, when you survive Libya, there's the Mediterranean Sea. You can sink at any time, and a little mistake can claim lives. So, the stages are just too difficult. So, I would not advise anybody to go. Yeah. If it's flying, okay, fine. But straight direction, no. Never.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Am I done?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Can I hug you?
Certainly.
Okay, so your name was Amalo?
Aminu.
Amino. Okay. Hi. Someone each other?
Bye.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 21.
Wow, you're very young.
Yeah, I know.
And which ethnic group you're from? You're Hausa.
I'm Hausa, but I stays in Edo State, Benin City.
Okay. Okay. And why did you decide to leave Nigeria?
Like I'm from a very poor home. Yes, I'm very. So I was the month I was born. That is the month I lost my dad. And not that I'm really poor. My dad was rich. Understand? But when my dad died, they came to take. They accused my mom of killing my dad. So my mom took us away. So we are living poor. Understand? I have a brother, my elderly brother. I'm the last. So my brother, my elder sister, my brother and me, but I'm the last of all. So I'm from a very poor home. So we just have to live because things is not easy for us. Understand? We are the house we are living. Anytime the rain falls, there's a lot of flood. I have the picture of it when my sister was alive. I have the picture. I even show it to them at my commission. So me and my brother decided to leave to look if we can better the family. So that's how we traveled to Libya.
I'm sorry. Did they accuse your mother because they wanted to steal?
They want to take the properties. So that was long ago. It was I was a very little. I was very little. So we are living poor. I was even selling. Do you know how they sell pure water? I sell pure water like this. So I played football in Nigeria then. I'm a very good footballer. So even my brother too. So we play football. There are some many agents. Agents. They normally come to say they will like to take me to Europe to play football. So after hustling, after trying to find the money, my mom will still go outside to look, and they borrowed. So after paying this man, we won't see any of them again. That's why we have been doing this for long. So I and my brother decided to go to any Africa country to see if we can make it there. That is how we chose to go to Libya.
Okay, so you did not come alone here.
No, I lost my brother in Libya. The one we left together, he was killed by an Arab man. The one we are working with, we are working at a car wash in Libya. So we worked for a very long time. The time he has to pay us our money so we can go back to Nigeria, because then my mom was very sick and my mom and my sister was alone in Nigeria.
So after you go to Libya, you wanted to go back to Nigeria?
Yeah, I wanted to go back to Nigeria because I don't know. I was scared. I saw so many videos that how people go through the sea and they died. So I don't have that kind of heart or that kind of mind to do that. So I can only pass through I can only pass through land and get to Libya. So just work in Libya and go back to Nigeria. That was what we are going to do before I came here. And the story is very long, so I have to cut it short, because after working with the man for so many years, the man said the time he have to pay us, he started saying like, I should go. So we are just working for free then. So he just said we should go. So my brother has a very hot temper. It was like trying to fight. Yeah, so the man just got him shot, so I have to run away because I'm very good in running. So I have to run away till then.
How,
So
how long did you stay? Did you stay in Libya?
Libya almost I will stay in Libya almost a year. Just 1 year.
Working for free.
Yeah. So that is why I run into an Arab woman. The woman is very good. Not all people in Libya is bad. Understand? So you can still find in every way you have bad people. You can still find a good person. So the woman saw that I'm very little, so she has to help me, and she told me if I'm going to go back. And then I've already lost my mom. Understand? My sister called us and that, because my mom was very sick and there's no money to take her to hospital. So through those process, I have no choice. That's I told my sister that I have to take the risk. That is how the woman that helped me, the husband of the woman helped me to enter the sea. I come to Italy.
How was your journey to Libya?
It was horrible. It's not a good thing. I will not advise anybody to do it, because when I was at the middle of the desert, I was like, I wish I can just go back home, because I never knew that was how the thing looks like. There was a place we get to in Libya. There was enough soldiers. I don't know if they are Niger or if they are Libyans. I don't know. It was in the middle of the night, so, and there's no water. So the man even said, we were like, everybody wanted to die. We were like, we need water. So the man points a well. So when we get to that well, we saw even some dead bodies inside the well. So we have to drink from there, because if we didn't drink the water, some people even drink their urine. They drink just to survive. So we have to drink from that water. I have to even drink just for me to survive. Me and my brother, before we get to Libya. It's not a good place to go and to stay. It's not good. Libya is very bad.
How long have you been here in Libya?
Yeah, I'm here for 3 years.
So, did you have any expectations about Europe before you came here?
I don't understand.
When you were in Nigeria,
Mm. If
what did you think about Europe?
Yeah, I always wanted to go to Europe to play football, because I like football. Football is my hobby. I can't do without it. Understand? I really want to play football because it's what I like. I love doing. So every time I watch TV, I play game, I just say one day I just want to be like these people. Understand? I always wanted to go to Europe, but not through the land, but through going to play football. That is what I was planning. Understand? Before, there's no, because Nigeria is a place. Nigeria is not a good country. It's a place where you don't trust anybody. Somebody can just go and pretend that he's an agent. He showed you picture that he has been to Europe. He has to take you out. You have to believe this. He show you videos, so you have to pay this person, and the person will just go. And there's no way you can see this person again. There's no way you can see. So we spent a lot of money, and my mom was like trying so that I and my brother can succeed to better the family, but there's no way. I was duped, so there's no way. So I have to take my decision to leave Nigeria, to come to go to Libya and work. If I can have money, we can still use it in my family. So
Now that you are here, do you think making money in Italy is easy?
it's not easy. It's not easy at all. That is what people think in Nigeria. When you are in Europe, even me then, when I was in Nigeria, I think everybody in Europe is rich. That was what I was thinking. So they think maybe to making money here is not easy at all. It's not easy. It's very difficult staying in, but at least it's better than Nigeria, because it's not easy at all. It's not easy making money here.
Are you playing football here right now? Or
Yeah, I played in one team, Arena Mateto. I played in Arena Mateto in 1 year, so I have to play in Czech this year. So on the 20th of this month, we have to start training.
Okay.
So are you happy that you're doing what?
I am happy, but sometimes when I'm alone, I think about my family. Last time my brother, my sister, and my mom, and the everything because my life is like it's very difficult. It's very. Sometimes sometimes I don't like being alone because if I'm alone I like to meet one of the responsible here, so that I can just talk to them, so that they can make me feel happy. Because I always think about my family.
If Nigeria was a safe place and if you had the chance to go back, would you?
No, I'm not going back to Nigeria. If Nigeria is a safe place, I will stay. There's no need for me going traveling. But as far I'm here, I can't go back if I have the opportunity. Because even me going to Nigeria, now I don't have anybody to go to meet in Nigeria. Understand? So I have to start a new life here.
And your sister is still there.
No, I lost my sister last year. She was very sick. So the woman she was staying with called me that was the last time I heard from that woman when she told me that my sister passed away. So I never heard from her again. If I try to reach her, her number is not going through, but I don't really know. But before she told me this, I spoke with my sister, but she was very sick.
Is there anything you want to say to people that want to leave Nigeria?
Yeah, because even as now, I normally go to news to watch news. There are so many people shouting. Everybody. I might, for my own opinion, I think maybe next year there should be a war in Nigeria, just general war, because everybody is shouting. The president is very bad. The leaders are just bad. Everybody is hungry. You understand? And most of the people there just want to leave the country. Most of them are leaving. Some are even not only coming to Italy. Some are even going to other country. So I should advise them, if anybody wants to leave Nigeria, should pass through here, or through not through the Sahara Desert and through the Mediterranean Sea. Understand? Because it's very, very, very difficult. It's not good. Because I have seen people die like chicken. Understand? Even the in-laws there was a girl who passed away, even in my boat. People are just dying, and all those Arab people, they normally shoot people, like they just shoot people. Understand? Even they kill my brother in my own front. I run away. So I have seen different things. Not everybody who came through Libya has their own story, and they has experience of that place. If you ask me to go through that road again, I would never do it. I will never try it, because it's hell. Understand?
So you would rather advise to stay in Nigeria
Yeah.
if they cannot fly?
Yeah.
Maybe. Do you know this guy?
No.
No? Because he worked in a car wash in Libya, and he came here 3 years ago, and he's
No.
Nigerian.
You know, in Libya, when
But
you're
now he's in Livorno.
Livorno.
Yes.
Okay. Many people work in car wash in
Car wash.
Libya, and in Libya you can't just, like Italy here is free to walk, to go anywhere.
Yeah.
But in Libya it's not like that. You can just be walking along the road. So somebody will just, from inside the car, they will just shoot you with a gun, and they will go. There's nothing there. They don't have law. They don't have anything. So in that car wash I was working, we are just inside. We don't go out.
Who was the owner of the car wash?
It was an Arab man. Yeah. A black man cannot have a, yeah. So we work as a slave there. We are just like a slave. So we are thinking maybe we can get a football team in Libya, because Libya is a place they don't have. Yeah, and now I heard that they are trying to build up a team. I don't really know if it is true. So we never knew it was like that.
So thank you very much.
No problem.
Really, really appreciate.
Okay.
You want to hug too?
If you want.
Thank you very much.
I want to support you.
Ciao.
Are there other Nigerian guys?
They are some.